Excellent. So tell me what you're doing, Robert. Tell me how you're doing and what you're doing and is it good and all that?
Yes, I am currently doing history and archaeology,
Right.
which, although at a first glance it may seem that includes no physics whatsoever, I've actually found to be very useful, particularly for the archaeology side, as I have found myself actually getting hands on with quite a bit of physicsy equipment, lots of scanners and microscopes of that ilk, and there's a lot of radiocarbon dating. So actually, it's not total physics, obviously, but actually quite a bit of physics does come into it. So that's been quite useful. I think it's put me at an advantage on those elements of the course.
That's marvelous. Okay. Yeah, I did know that because my niece did archaeology, and she said, you know, the resistance measurements and yeah, carbon dating, and there's actually quite a lot of stuff in there. Okay, so and where are you? Where are you doing your degree?
I'm at the University of Exeter, which is it's really nice down there, and I've been having a really great time. And lots of good friends down there. So yeah, it's been good. Thank you.
It's been good. Okay, so what I can't remember my questions. I've left them downstairs, so I'm going to have to ask you my questions. Okay, so um, if you were to talk to somebody who was maybe sitting on the fence about choosing to do tutoring with me, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I would say obviously it has to come down to where you feel your ability is. But I would say that if you're someone who is on the fence, I think it's really worth it just because that little bit extra, those extra few things that we went through, maybe it's just a definition or a calculation or whatever, just those little extra things in an exam, you can feel it in those extra marks that you're building up. Suddenly it's like, oh, I wouldn't have known that otherwise. That's one mark there. And oh, that's something that I know better because I've done this extra revision. That's another mark there. And suddenly across, I did 3 papers.
Mm-hmm.
Across 3 papers, maybe that's enough to be the difference of a grade boundary. So I think if you're kind of on the fence about it, it's that extra help, and extra help never harms.
I suppose that's true. Okay, so and what did you get in the end?
I got a B, and I got a solid B, and I was very pleased with that. I think that it had been, I really enjoy my physics, but it had been an uphill battle along
Right.
the way through A level, and it had not always been smooth sailing, and it had been a tough journey. And the last mock was a D. I'll put my hands up and say it. It was not my best.
So
But
potentially, I helped you to improve by 2 grades.
yeah, I think definitely, absolutely, yeah. I think you can see a clear correlation. In 2 months, my last mock went from being a D, and not a great D, to then by the time I finished my exams, it was a solid B.
Okay,
So I
so
think definitely
if
I was
you
pleased.
could go back and do it again, would you start tutoring a bit earlier?
Honestly, yeah, I would. I think that, hey, I'm very pleased with the B I got, and I got to the university I wanted to go to, so I'm not here gonna try and split hairs. Maybe if I'd started earlier, could I have got the A? Potentially. I think it certainly would have probably pushed me further in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
But I certainly can see with a lot of the stuff that we focused on, I mean, actually, you particularly in the run up to paper 3, we did a lot of focus on some of the practicals.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was informed by my teacher that I actually got the highest mark in my year group for the practicals paper.
I
So
remember
I
you
can
saying
see,
that on an email
yeah,
to me. Yeah, I'd like to be able to quote you on that if I may, and some of my marketing. That would be brilliant if you wouldn't mind.
that's okay, yeah. But no, I do. I genuinely, I think it helped because yes, the knowledge, yes, there was sort of like a base level knowledge, but you were able to help it. You're able to help take it from here to here. It's just that extra at each stage. It was, and I'm sure anyone who kind of came to do the tutoring, all of us, by definition, of us doing it at A level, all of us had an ability, but you were able to help push it above that next boundary and take it to that next level.
Well, I'm glad you feel that. That's marvelous. Thank you so much. Do you have
Thank
anything
you.
else you want to add, or is that enough? I think that might be enough.
I mean, from my end, I think that's. I mean, I know that you maybe wanted to also speak to my mum to have some of the
Yeah,
stuff as well.
she's
So should
going to
I
have a
go
different
get her?
perspective on it, and I'd really quite like to
Yeah,
have a parent's view. That would be really good.
yeah, perfect. So I'll very quickly I'll disappear now for half a second. Thank you. It's been really nice to.
It's lovely for you to catch up with you, and I hope that you do a fantastic, next term, and that your career goes brilliantly, and enjoy Christmas.
Yes, thank you. You too. It's been excellent, and I'm glad because I know that if I hadn't done as well in the physics, that would have been a grade lower, and I might not have got to university. So that was really critical for me. So thank you. Yeah. But I'm going to run off. I'm going to quickly mute myself. I'm going to run off and just get my mum.
Okay. So, thank you.